Hey everyone, how we doing? So we're gonna do this big chunk. We got a big one here. So what we're gonna do is instead of having bark fly off all over the place, as much fun as that was, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and tear the stuff off. It comes off pretty easy anyway. So let's go ahead and just take this off. All right, so basically, as I'm looking at here is, do I want to try one of these natural looking edge log things again? Or do I just want to go ahead and lay it away? Yeah, I don't know. That is going to be a lathe down and make something. See if we can make a pretty cool looking cup goblet. I think this is going to be a pretty big chalice looking thing, you know? This one's pretty big, so we got lots of material to work with. Let's make this a chalice. Huh? Chalice worthy of the king of the north. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to use the same. By the way, check this out. It's like I haven't done anything, but like the growth ring right in the middle there gives you a nice centering option. All right, so if you want to center up right on it, that looks pretty accurate. Okay, so I centered it up in there, not necessarily centered on the log. I don't know, because it kind of has a little that look to it. Like maybe I should have. I don't know. Let's do that. So what I'm doing is basically looking at that to that, and I look at parallel, and it's like it's a parallelogram or something. You know, it looks terrible. So what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it over to the old chop saw there and see if we can make this a little more perpendicular. Nice and secure so that it doesn't go flying off everywhere, or maybe it does. You never know. So, in case some of you remember from my last video, or maybe it's your first video seeing and you haven't seen the other video that I'm referring to, go ahead and click on it. Maybe I'll put a link somewhere if I figure out how to do that. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this side up against that side, and it even fit right onto it. Oh my God, guys, you got to see this. Hold on. Like, this is impressive. Okay, this is why it's important to, you know, square everything up, make it perpendicular, do it right, and cut it right so you don't, like, you know, everything's good, right? So I go here, put that in. Look at that, right on there. So we can tighten this up, give this just a little bit of a turn. That puppy's in there nice and solid, right in there. Oh my God, what? Holy smokes. There's a nice round piece of wood there. Okay, remember, it's always a good idea to have a plan in place. So what we're going to do, this is the bottom, so what we need to do is just whittle this down so we can turn around, put it in the other chuck so we can turn around and make that. the real question here is, what's your design really going to look like? I mean, it's one thing just to start hogging stuff out, but what's your real design? What are you really going for? That's probably the art here. Yeah, that bottom's going to be a little interesting, folks. Okay, so let's do the top. So what we want to do now is we got to do two things. Number one, we're going to switch this out, bore a hole, cut the top, bore more holes, flush it out. And again, it's really important to impress upon just some of you, not all of you, just some of you. Right there, right there. You see? Super accurate, guys. Now, for the rest of you who didn't catch on to that, that was accurate measuring. Okay. Yeah, I think if I ever get a bigger, stronger lathe, it's going to, so this thing doesn't fucking fall off. Super dangerous. Okay, everyone, so here we go. I've also got this puppy and this puppy. I think these are the same size as those two. I think, yeah. So I got bigger ones to go. Oh, look at this, man. Look at that. I've been dying to use these. This will be pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I don't think this has the horsepower to really make these happen. So you're going to find out as much as I am. A little scared, to be honest with you. Go nice and slow. Yeah, slowly but surely we're doing it. Now for the coupe de grace. Here we go, everybody. Let's see how this goes. The coupe de grace, or coup de grace, they say in French. Alrighty. This might be a bust. I don't know. That's pretty thin on the walls, though, man. Like, really thin walls. I'm not sure if we really want to do that. That's really thin. We'll do just a little bit just to see what happens, okay? Everyone? Alright, just pay attention. Yeah, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. That one's, just a little too dangerous. Now, someone help me out a little here. So I've got, this is my mini, and it's the square carbide. It's the small one, but I have the bigger one, but it uses an SR2 carbide tip. And so I went on Amazon today trying to find it, and I could not find it anywhere, like a standard SR2 whatever. You had to have a, but I got the right millimeter lengths, and I think I went the either the 50 or the 100 radius, so it beats me. Really chewed the shit up out of it. Nothing that a little bit of sanding won't fix, but other than that, I actually kind of like everything else about it, except we're just going to fix this lip right here. Alrighty, well, my number one Patreon just got home, so let's go ahead and finish this up. Start with the sanding with a nice, it's 80. I'm not sure, I think it's 80. Also, sorry for the poor lighting here. Usually it's a nice sunny day out, but we got a little bit of fog rolling in, and it's like kind of the really cool, creepy fog, where it's like it comes in like a nice, thick, wafty waves, like it's spooky. It's kind of cool. but makes for poor lighting. Anyway, spend most amount of your time on the heaviest grit. That's what's going to really get it down to what you want. Especially since this wood was really, pretty soft. This is like really soft wood. And like super soft. This is the softest wood you'll ever probably use, unless you turn balsa wood, in which case, that'd be kind of fun. I don't know. Try it, see what happens. Post on YouTube, make more money than I do. Have at it. And again, this doesn't have that much of a design to it. I just really want to keep this, just pretty nice and bold. I didn't want to do any fancy schmancy stuff on it. This nice little lip down here and a nice, two-stepper here. That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's just very bold looking. I like that. Not dainty. It's like a mug you can slam down and say, "Bring me the wench," stuff like that. So this one says 220, but we want the 120. You see when they put the grit number on it, it makes it easier to know what you're grabbing. It's kind of funny that way. I don't know. For this, maybe we'll go up to an even higher grit than the 320. Like really try and bring it up to like a burnish on the wood just to see what happens. But with soft wood like this, it's kind of hard to do that. If you have like a really nice hardwood, like a nice ebony, you can bring that thing up to some magnificent shine just on the sanding alone. And again, Mythbusters polished a turd and got it shiny enough. Once the primary patron gets home, then we take the dog for a walk. It's part of my patronage. All right, now we're going up to 220. What's up? My YouTube fans? All right. She want to know who I was talking to. Okay, because this is super awesome week here at Steve MacGyver, this is wet or dry 1000 3M. You can see how much taken off, it still takes off a fair amount. Alrighty, let's see if the 1000 really did something there. Oh, I don't think it really did. Wow, that's pretty smooth. All right, let's do the inside here. Using this ultra flexible, also from 3M. They make all kinds of great stuff. This is 150 grit. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time. Then you too can be partaking, enjoying in how cool this cup is turning out. Okay, let's see what 1000 does for us. Okay, so some of you have asked, why do I use acetone to wipe everything up? And the reason is because you don't want to use water, but you want to clean out all the dust and this and that, and make sure it's a nice, good surface to, apply any of your finishes on. And the reason is because the oils in the cup may not react well with some of your other stuff that you're going to use on it. Now, if you guys are a longtime follower of this channel, let me start over. If you're a first-time video watcher, by the way, acetone dries really quick and it gets out of the wood, so just let it sit for a few seconds, and the acetone is out of the wood, so you're not drinking acetone. So anyway, you can kind of see the color changing and everything. I mean, I know it's kind of poor lighting right now, but you can kind of see the color change and everything. Okay, so if this is your first time watching, I'm going to use cutting board oil to saturate it with the oil to basically preserve the wood. Then you have to use feed and wax to feed and wax it. Kind of keeps the wood nice, because a wood product is going to deteriorate over time. There's no two ways about it. If you don't trust me, look at stuff from the Roman Empire. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to saturate this with the cutting board oil. And the reason we're using cutting board oil is because this, if you read the back, this is food safe. If you're a fan of my older stuff, you see I use boiled linseed oil, and apparently that's toxic. So, hey, tough. So that's what we're using. We're using this because it's non-toxic and it is food safe. So you can use this to, tell your wench to bring you more mead. Okay, now I know a lot of you guys like to just, put this stuff on a rag and then you soak it in. But the problem is with the rag soaks up a lot too. So what we're using here is, if I can get this top off, Jesus Christ. So what we're going to do is put this top on. Okay, open this up. And then I use a little Dixie cup. Put the oil in there. And then, of course, what I don't use, I just pour back. Is that safe? I don't know. Is it sanitary? Beats the hell out of me. Anyway, I get this going as slow as it'll go. You can also use one of those foam brushes. I mean, we're going to be putting a lot of this on. Don't be confused. There's like a lot that goes on because this wood is really soft, porous. It's going to soak it up like mad. Everybody's wondering if it's flinging this all over. I'm getting a few drops, but compared to everything else I've done in the shop, it's not bad. Again, the reason we're using this is because we need to put a food safe protective finish and something that soaks into the wood so that the wood is stable. You want this wood to be stable. It's just the butcher block stuff. I mean, anyway, so you just, so in 2,000 years, when people were like, oh, hey, look, this guy made a cup. Wow, things were pretty rough back then. He had to make his own wooden cup. And you're like, things were kind of rough, Gas prices were high. And, maybe stemware was one for the wealthy bourgeoisie. All right, and get some more oil. Oh, no, I know why. I know why we had to make our own cups. Is because following the ban on using plastic bags at the grocery store, they banned the paper waxy cups at the fast food places, and so only the wealthy who had special cups could drink there. That's the story we're going with. So as we're going through this, as boring as it looks, I'll just tell you some story on today's story was apparently here in the state of California, they have banned octopus farming. Now, first of all, did anyone know that there was such thing as an octopus farm? That's the first I've heard of it. All right, so this stuff doesn't turn rancid like apparently some other oils, like apparently walnut oil. It will turn rancid. Even now, I have also refined linseed oil because of oil painting. And I really couldn't get a good bead on that. All I can tell you is I have used linseed oil. I've used both boiled linseed oil and refined linseed oil in my oil paintings. And to be honest with you, once it dries, it is one heck of a durable finish. So, at least I know the finish is actually pretty good. All right, let's just let this set up for a little bit. Come back. See what we got. We have to give it a little spritz, a little wipe, a little sanding. We'll see. All right. So the idea is here is you put it on here, it gets nice and hot, and then you burnish it in there, and then it dries to a nice finish. So we'll see how that goes. That's what the manufacturer. Sometimes you read the manufacturer stuff, and it works out for you. And you burnish it right in there. The idea is that it uses friction, so it does get hot. Just try to put on some gloves. With this stuff, the more you burnish it in there, the better it looks. So this stuff is a little more labor intensive. It's kind of funny how doing the finish on it can take longer than making the actual wood turning part, which is fine because that's all part of the process. As long as it comes out looking nice in the end. Alright, let's see what we got, folks. Okay, now for this magical moment, everyone. I'm pretty sure that if I was a better woodworker or something, I would make something like a shield so that when it goes and it goes, it just, it doesn't spin off, but, that's a different project. Ho, 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 that was awesome, guys. Alrighty, everyone. So we finished yet another successful cup here. Look at this puppy. Look at this. This is a nice big wide mouth. Lots of volumetric storage in here. Ooh. Might even be useful. Nice, solid, sturdy. The inside is coated with mineral oil. The outside has, a couple of those things we saw, the EEE shine and then the PPP HUD. I'm not sure if that's even a valid combination, but, we'll see. It's all about learning. You got to try things out. Here's the funny thing. So I did this cup, and I was just working on the design as I was going along, just having fun. But if you, like me, sadly enough, went to an art school, that wasn't really an art school. I was a Cal State Fullerton graphic design program. As what happens is in those types of art schools is the teacher doesn't really teach you anything. They give you like a few examples for the assignment, and then you spend a week or whatever working on it, and then you put it up on the wall for the critique. And then what happens is everyone gets to put in their opinion, and like an opinion's like an asshole. Everyone has one, and the thing is, though, is like everyone didn't really have the wherewithal to understand how to critique something, how to, give constructive feedback on how to make whatever it is you did better, or simply saying, no, I think that's fine. You did a good job. No one ever says that, by the way. And so, you do all this hard work, you put in all this hard work and feeling and try to put up something nice, and then everyone just tears it down. You feel like shit for the rest of the day. And that's pretty much the entire encapsulation of that type of art school. And I think it really sucks. On one hand, it's supposed to teach people how to critically look at other people's work. On the bad side, they never really teach you how to do that. It's just like, go at it and, figure it out for yourself. So I think one of the joys of being an artist at this stage in life, where you just work on something and you don't give a shit what other people think, makes you a little bit happier about doing your artwork. It really is. Same thing with painting, except for you enter shows or something like that, and you don't win anything, and someone else won something. You're like, that piece of shit art won something I didn't. Of course, the real judge of any of your work is anyone who buys it, really. If someone buys it, great. You feel great. If no one doesn't buy it, you feel like shit. And it's like, oh my God, you go to a show, spend all this money being in a show with all these paintings, and you don't make one sale. And you're like, oh, man, I need to rethink life. But no artist is ever happy. Don't be confused. No artist. But if you do stuff for your own joy enjoyment and whatever, and you just don't care about what other people's opinions are, it makes you a lot happier of an artist. Not happy, happier. But anyway, I don't know. Another mug. I'll put it up on the Etsy site. And if you want to buy it, have at it. Because, or else I'm just going to have a collection of mugs and stuff that I can't possibly drink that much. Anyway, hope that little nugget of stupidity helps in your life. And see you next time.